Round 3, fight. So here we are, going against Yellow Eyes 2. We won the roll. We might be on the play here. 4 land, nullify, adept, sage. Seems good to me. Tap land is fine. Fuel out those treasure cruises. Another 2-drop. I'll definitely lead with Palace Familiar. Or maybe not. I guess I'll lead with Nullify, his first threat, since he's playing green-white. He's scared. Now I guess I have to play one threat now. Interesting. I should have played Palace Familiar first, I think. So testing Oathsworn with God's Willing open, most likely. That's getting countered. Here we get to slam an Adept with Nimbus Naiad on reserve. So we seem like we're in a really good spot. He gets Staunch Hearted whatever with God's Willing still open, most likely. So I'm like, kind of whatever. I'll fly over that idiot and I'll attack into it. Now, I won't attack into the Starshot Warrior with the non-flyer because he would probably just block God's Willing and it lets him be proactive with it and then crush me for, 4 damage plus some more this turn. Ooh, Hopeful Eidolon. That is a big game. We're going to need to draw like Voyage's End or Griptide to deal with this. I'll definitely block. I want to draw a card and my 1/1's not racing anything. Land. Okay. Worst possible draws. Well, we can at least chump again. It'd be really sick if we had a sacrifice outlet so we could stop him from gaining life. But we don't. Ooh, Savage Punch. That's brutal. Hopefully we draw like Whisk Away. Nope, land. Wow. So he has more? Titanic Growth? Oh my god. Okay. We are getting hit for 15 lifelink with 3 lands in hand, and he has 3 cards in hand as well. So it's 36-9. And we drew Treasure Cruise. Alright, that's probably like the best top deck we could possibly have ever imagined. So let's see what we hit. Treasure Cruise again, not the best top deck, and Rise of Eagles. Wow, like we can't even play. So I guess I'm on chump block duty. For the record, it would be nice to know how many people would concede at this spot. You're at 9 life, he's attacking with a 9 life link. And we have like, nothing to do except chump block. He's gonna go up to, 45. We have a 2/2. So I guess I'll just leave and anticipate. Try to hit something good. Still can't hit a damn thing. Negate is solid in that it'll take care of the God's Willing that we think he has. But if he had God's Willing, wouldn't he just proactively use it and say pro blue? So we couldn't block, so I'm a little confused. Nullify, I can't remember if I kept it or not. Let's find out. I definitely just chomp. I do keep it because I figure he has to draw another creature eventually. Probably should have put it on bottom, but I get to Treasure Cruise this turn anyway, so I figure whatever. Okay. So we get another chump blocker. And I figure if he has like the Savage Punch or whatever, we have the negate anyway for it. And we're not winning this game by playing conservatively. We're so far behind, like we just have to play around nothing. So he goes for the Epic Confrontation. We have to negate. If he has another one, we're just dead. But he doesn't. So we chump. Keep drawing cards. So again, we're up 11 cards on him. And what does he have? Another Sunshine Warrior. Great. Glad we kept this Nullify. Alright, we're drawing too many lands, which is slightly annoying. Let's anticipate, see what we hit. Griptide. Now we're talking. Oh, is he tapped out? Oh. Boom. Ship your guy. And now I don't want to attack and let him get us down to 8. I would rather hold my guy back, and if he does kill a guy, I would rather him kill the Nimbus Nide, because it would fuel our graveyard for future treasure cruises. Even though we have 2 left, it would be great to be able to cruise back to back. So more things in our graveyard is better when essentially the 2/2 flyers are functionally equivalent. So here I get to play Hexproof Dude. Here, yeah, I'll block. If he goes for something, I'll Voyage his End. He does go for the Artful Maneuver. I could just let it resolve, but I figure, again, I still think he has God's Willing, so you know what I actually do is I Voyage his End my own Nimbus Nide, because I figure targeting my Whirlwind Adept with my own Nimbus Nide is probably the only way that I can actually kill him. And I like Divination on top. It does let him, you know, rebound this card, but I figure I'm just dead if he has the God's Willing. He has Wingsteed Rider, which is slightly annoying. So I get to Divinate. Keep drawing all my lands. I get chump blockers that draw me cards, though, which is fine. And I get a huge flyer, which stops his Wingsteed Rider from attacking. Maybe? Nope. Alright, I don't get that. His Wingsteed Rider should have definitely attacked, because I don't want to trade my 6/4 flyer Hexproof for that. So Griptide, pretty sick draw, but can't cast it if I think he has God's Willing here. Treasure Cruise, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I play this deck, actually. So I can draw Treasure Cruise. Wow. Now, with 13 mana open and the ability to cast every single spell in my hand, I think I'm fine attacking. So I'd love to see him invited to attack, and I'm actually fine just taking the damage here. I actually, you know, want to play a little reactive and see what he does. And he's playing a little conservative, which I guess he's allowed to since he's at 48. So I just play another Whirlwind Adept, and this time I figured attacking 6 for 3 is not the best trade. I want to, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted one more counterspell just for some insurance in case he has like protection spells. So here I'm hoping to get him to block with the green Sunshine Warrior and get him to go for multiple God's Willing type effects. But he doesn't go for it. And I figure he should just attack with everything right now. But no. He's scared to attack me. I'm showing signs of aggression and he's scared. So here, I end of combat Whisk Away. In case he has the God's Willing again, I don't want to give him extra damage to me. So I figure I'll Whisk Away at end of combat. And wouldn't you know it, 5 cards in hand, the spell resolves? That's pretty absurd to me. So now I'm kind of confused. I'm like, huh. Maybe he doesn't have the God's Willing type effect. So here I'm like, well, maybe I should just Griptide his guy just in case I draw another spell. Probably not the best play because I wasted prowess triggers. But I'm like, I just want to see if this resolves because I was anticipating I might need to cancel plus negate as well. And I want to have all my mana free for the next turn. But that resolves too. So now I know he's got Wingsteed Rider and then Staunch Hearted Warrior on top of his deck. So he is in a really bad spot now. Other than this life total advantage, I am like commanding this board. So he's just got some dumb idiot. He's got another dumb idiot next turn, which I can cancel. I don't know why I let that resolve. I should probably have just canceled it. I think I want him. I think I want to try to get more value out of this Griptide. And I am only at 5/7 now, so I do need to kind of not be too aggressive with my attacks. So I've drawn a bunch of lands, and again, I'm up. I'm up 23 cards on him. I hope you guys are keeping track that this is still game 1, where most people would have conceded earlier. Savage Punch, right, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want a Grip Tide in response to get my 2-for-1. And save my 2-2. Good, so I'm beating down in the air. Holding the fort. He plays his Wing Seed. Now I go for the Nullify, since I can only really target that. Now he has to chump block with his 1-1, and I even have Rise of Eagles, so I'm in a really good spot. He goes for Titanic Growth. I think I just let that resolve because this still puts him to 3, and I'll have 2/2/2 flyers. So I'm fine. It still trades like they still trade. And now I have a bunch of guys, and I saved my counter magic, so he's had enough. That was the most ridiculous game 1, where, you know, I got hit by a 15/15 lifelinker and came back. That's pretty absurd. I had to gain the full 8 life to stabilize at 7. So Radiant Fountain proving its merit, basically starting the game at 28 instead of 20 saved me. So game 2 against a heroic deck, you know what's coming in. Sidithi's Faithful, Corbear not good enough, but the negates are probably pretty solid. Disdainful Stroke probably not good enough. This hand's pretty awful. Got a mulligan. This hand's not good either, but it has at least a Voyage's End. Rise of Eagles, awful draw. Jeskai Sage. I sided some number of those out. They're not that good against him, but his deck having quite the slow start here. So I try to Warrior. So I definitely just Voyage's End this. No. I guess I do it on my turn just so I can get the Prowess trigger. Divination is good, but it's kind of annoying that I don't really have anything productive to do. So next turn I can at least start doing Treasure Cruise. Hopeful Eidolon's kind of a beating as well. Savage Punch also a huge beating, so ouch. We get hit for 9 lifelink points. We need to start chumping, but we can't even Rise of Eagles, and we can't play counterspells. So we just have to Treasure Cruise, try to hit something. We hit all counterspells. Discard a Rise of Eagles since we already have a Rise of Eagles, and we don't really have enough time anyway. So we gain some life. We have to play. I guess we could have played Rise of Eagles, but that's really bad. I probably should have just played Rise of Eagles just to chump block. Basically, if he has a protection spell, my only out here is Sidithi's Faithful, which I lose to anyway if he has a protection spell. Yeah, because I'd go to Bounce's Galley, just go Pro Blue. But if he has Pro Blue, I'm dead either way, so Rise of Eagles just gives me more time. And it's a guaranteed card I have in hand, so here I don't hit the Sidithi's Faithful, and I just die. So not the best play, but again, also this combo of turn 4, turn 5, you know, not a very aggressive start, but just an insanely powerful one. So I have plenty of ways of dealing with that start. I just need to not mulligan and keep a crappy hand. Holy crap, this hand, on the other hand, is insane. We basically get to bounce anything, counter anything, grip guide anything. So we are looking pretty. Treasure Cruise. Yeah. I like this hand. We're even beating down. What do you know? Oathsworn, Netcaster Spider. That deserves Nullify just because it's annoying and we can Treasure Cruise to a little bit sooner if we do that. Here, I'm hoping the Grip Tide, whatever he has, just straight up Grip Tide it. Again, it lets us get just that much closer to Treasure Cruising. Take the Radiant Fountain here. I probably should have taken the Treasure Cruise, just so that we can keep up. I already have one bounce spell in hand. He does have 6 cards in hand, which is kind of annoying though. But at least this at least guarantees us to treasure cruise. But see, we hit land and land. So I'm kind of committed to chumping or trading in this spot. Hopeful Eidolon's really annoying. But he doesn't attack, which is interesting. So I definitely get to Grip Tide when he's tapped out. That makes it really nice for me to beat down. I don't want to CDC's Faithful. He just has to play his guy. We can treasure cruise soon enough. Right now. Beat down again. Again, if he has the pump spell, great. Doesn't matter because we drew the Void's End. So we kind of want him to block and then God's willing. He does, which lets us bounce this guy. So we save 6 damage by doing that. But we get the God's willing out of his hand, which is really nice. Divination can stay on top. Now we're in this spot where we are the aggressor. We get to Nimbus Knight, our hexproof guy, and counter his creature, and basically he has no outs. Thank you for the reminder, Magic Online. Love the reminders. Pacifism, our guy, yeah, that's not the best when we have exploit outlets. I guess it saves him from dying this turn, though. So he goes to 1. Should have attacked with Hopeful Eidolon just to go to 2, but either way, that's game 3. So undefeated after the Swiss. Played some really interesting, games so far, but the top 8 will prove to be even more spicy. All right, on to the top 8 we go.